In this video, we'll walk through working a case. The first thing I want to do when it comes to working a case is to take ownership of it. To take ownership of a case, I'm going to put a check mark in the box for the case I want, and then I'm going to click Take Ownership. Now I'm going to manage this case from My Open Cases. I can see here that the case is now in my queue, and to begin working it, I'm either going to click on the case number or the subject line. In this example, I'm going to click on the subject line. Once in the case, I'm either going to land on the case feed or the case details. I know that I'm on the case feed because I have the ability to write a post, send an email, or attach a file. I also have the opportunity to review all updates for this case. From here, I want to review the original email the student sent. I have two ways I can do that. I can click through this list here, or on the left side, I can choose All Emails to help filter through all of the updates for this case. I'm only looking for any emails the student sent. I'm going to scroll through this list and I'll see the email that was auto-generated when the student emailed our alias, and below that, I should see the original email the student sent. From the original email the student sent, I'm going to choose Reply All. That way, if anybody was CC'd on the email, they'll receive my communication as well. Now I can begin replying to the student. The first thing I would want to do before entering anything into the body of the email is to choose a template. From this icon here, I'm going to choose the folder for my functional group, and I'm going to double-click on the template that I want to use for this email. I can see that my header is in place, my greeting, and my signature. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my email using quick text. To trigger the quick text, I'm going to do semicolon, semicolon, and I can see here that my quick texts are already starting to populate for me. By just clicking on this first one, I can read the quick text before I enter it into my email. I'm going to double click on the quick text that I want to use for this email. If there was additional information or I needed to add edits, I would go ahead and identify that information here. You may have noticed that the student asked multiple questions, one about FAFSA and one about Blackboard. So I'm going to indicate in my email that I'm going to transfer this case to financial aid so that the student's question about FAFSA can be addressed there. The next part the student asked about was Blackboard. I happen to know that there's a great knowledge base article on our website that pertains to Blackboard. So here, and under the articles, I'm going to search for Blackboard. To add this article to my email, I'm going to go ahead and email the article as a PDF. I can see here under the attachments that one document has been attached. At this point, I'm ready to go ahead and send my email. If you're not ready to send your email, be sure to save it as a draft. I'll see that my email was sent under All Updates for this case. To transfer my case, I'm going to come here to the case details. I'm going to choose Transfer Case. I'm going to choose to transfer to a department. I'm going to come down here to Financial Aid, and I'm going to choose Financial Aid's General Queue. Even though I don't know anyone in financial aid, I want to write a message letting them know why I'm transferring it to them. Now I'm ready to share my post. This information will show up on the case feed, so the next individual that reviews the case will see these notes, and I'm ready to transfer my case. I can see now that the case owner is financial aid. To get back to the main service console so that I can continue working cases, I'm going to choose this drop down in the upper right corner and select Close All Primary Tabs. To reflect the changes that I've made to that case, I'm going to choose to refresh my screen. That concludes this video on how to work a case.